What's up?
How you doing, man? Are you okay?
What's up? I'm gonna be the KC representative because he's too
You're
scared to get
not.
into the fucking debate.
You're not.
I'm gonna be him.
You
No, I
can't.
agree. I've been
You
listening to you. I've
can't.
been listening.
You can't.
Listen to me. I've been listening to you, brother. I've been listening to you, and you're absolutely right in your analysis.
Well,
But
you can't.
I'm gonna be Casey. I'm gonna be Casey's representative because he's too scared to argue.
Oh
his
my
point.
God! You can't argue for Casey, brother. You need to know his arguments.
Argue for fucking Casey, dude.
You can't. You don't know his arguments, bro. How are you gonna argue for him?
Okay, he said. Okay, let's go with his first argument. Is Biden a bigger Zionist than Donald Trump?
No.
I agree.
Wait, you can't agree. This is the problem. This is why we need.
PPG agrees with you, but Casey says that he is. Why? Because he took $11 million in the Senate, right? That's what Casey likes to bring up. When he
didn't say anything like that. Now you're doing a better job than Casey.
No, but that's what he means. He means that he has been a lifelong Zionist. When it comes to the Senate, this is what Casey. I already spoke to Casey about this shit, dude. Casey likes to say there has been no politician that has taken more money from quote unquote AIPAC than Joe Biden. He's right about that.
Okay.
In the Senate. Now, Donald Trump in 2016 took $100 million from Sheryl Ellison, a fucking right-wing Zionist billionaire. And then in 2020, he took another $100 million fucking dollars, and he's about to take another $90 million from his wife. Right?
Okay,
so he doesn't bring that up.
Yeah, if we
he doesn't bring that up.
Yeah,
right? I'm just telling you.
Yeah, if we were gonna convict somebody for the amount of money that they got bribed with from Israel, then we would probably look at Trump as worse than Biden. Correct, Casey?
Well, Casey's gonna say this. Yeah, but well, actually,
why do you have to put on the accent? Just fucking talk, bro.
Well, I'm just saying, this is Casey.
Motherfucker.
Actually, he commits genocide. He's committing genocide now. That's another argument. Wait.
I condone this behavior.
He says that because Joe Biden is the war started, whatever you want to call it, right? The war, the genocide started under Joe Biden's presidency.
Yeah.
That's something that we have to blame Joe Biden. And the thing that PPG tries to tell Casey is that that if Donald Trump was president, that he would have been doing the same shit or worse, right, Casey? And he goes, no, but Joe Biden's doing it now. That makes him worse.
Okay.
What do you think about that, dude?
Okay, I was reading his comment, to be honest. I wasn't really paying attention, but you can repeat after. But Casey says Biden doesn't need money to simp for Israel. He just does it because he's a Zionist. Okay, so now we have an accusation, a personal attack on Biden that apparently he's a Zionist. So do we have any evidence of that, Casey, or are we just presenting?
He is a Zionist.
Oh, is he?
Joe Biden is a Zionist. Yeah.
we have no defensive. We have no defensive. You have a Zionist as the president of the USA. Jesus Christ.
Wait. The boss.
Yeah.
Joe Biden has called himself a Zionist.
Oh, has he?
That he is. Yeah.
He says he is. You don't need to be Jewish to be a Zionist, Joe Biden.
Yes. I agree with that statement.
Wait a minute. No, you don't need to be Jewish to be a Zionist. That means nothing. That just means that, okay. Wait, that doesn't insinuate that he's a Zionist? Oh my God, bro. I'm not arguing that that's not unhinged. That is pretty unhinged. The context is clear. From what you've given me, from the context you've given me, that is not clear whatsoever. That is not clear. That is questionable. That is questionable.
Wait, you don't think that him saying it like out loud, like what if I say right out, right? I say,
yeah,
I am a white Mexican, dude.
Wait, no, don't obfuscate, you son. Right, listen to this. This is what the context I have. I don't know of this conversation. I don't know when he said it. What I'm listening to is what Casey is saying to me. And Casey is saying, he says he is, now in quotes, is his actual comment. You don't need to be Jewish to be a Zionist. He's just stating an obvious fact. He's also insinuating that, guess what? You can be in support of Israel and you don't need to be Jewish in order to do that. That could also be an interpretation of it. The first thing I'm not going to is, oh, he's a Zionist. Like, I'm sorry, bro. If he said, I am a Zionist, then that would be pretty fucking obvious. Is that what he said, though? You don't need to be Jewish to be a Zionist, and I am a Zionist. Thank you very much, Casey. Is that what he said? Thank you very much. Okay. Okay. If that's what he said. Yeah, but that's not what Casey said previously. Okay, so here we go. Here's the clip of it.
Yeah, you said it.
Yeah, okay, we need to hear this. Fucking Joe Biden. I mean, maybe he was having one of his, like, recall to childhood memories.
I need a Jew to be a Zionist, and I'm a Zionist.
Wait, okay, yeah, he definitely said it.
You don't have to be a Jew to be a Zionist, and I'm a Zionist.
I mean, okay, well,
I got in
forget
trouble,
about words,
got criticized
right?
very
Like,
badly
I mean,
about
it's
this.
kind of clear that he is pro-Israel.
Wait, let me hear the context, PPJ. There might be something more here, bro. 1 second before I far out call this fuck.
I got in trouble, got criticized very badly by the southern part of my state and some of the southern parts of the country when 35 years ago I said, you don't have to be a Jew to be a Zionist, and I'm a Zionist. You don't have to be a Jew to be a Zionist.
Yeah, that's just a fact.
Were there no Israel, there wouldn't be a Jew in the world that was safe. Were there no Israel.
Oh, for fuck's sake, old man, why are you giving these people ammunition?
I make no bones about it. I've had my differences with some Israeli leadership. I've known Bibi for now 51 years. He has a picture on his desk of he and I when he was a young member of the Israeli Foreign Service.
Okay.
Bibi, I love you, but I don't agree with the damn thing you had to say.
Wait, what? Okay.
Damn thing you had to say. I love you, but I don't agree with the damn thing you had to say.
I love you, BB, but I don't agree with the damn thing you have to say. Oh, we're not taking that. Okay, like, bro, I don't really like this one, but fine. You want to call him a Zionist? Yeah, he did technically say it, but there are a lot of fucking clips in this shit. Can I get the original fucking thing? Yeah, like he said there. This is like everybody, such propaganda, bro. Like, there's so many clips in this. I need the original clip. I'm not going to take it at face value, but for the sake of this, whatever. He's a Zionist. Now, what does that have to do with anything? Okay, next.
Well, let me tell you this. Well, can I ask you this? Let's go with he didn't say it, right?
No, he did.
What is a Zionist to you? No. Forget about let's go with he didn't say it. Let's just go with he didn't. Who cares about words, right?
Yeah.
What would clarify? What would make somebody a Zionist to you?
A Zionist? Bro, I mean, that word gets thrown out all the time. You have some people who think of it as they simply see themselves as a people. This is the actual definition if you are to look it up, okay? Before you start going down rabbit holes and shit, the definition is a people that long to go back to the land in which they resided, okay? Just that doesn't specify how much land, that just specifies back to that region, okay? And to have a land that is called Israel, okay? That's all that is specified. There is no mention of we need to take over all of the fucking what used to be Judea, Samaria, or all of this shit. There is no mention of any of that. It's just we want a country that is called Israel, and it is within the region that we, used to live back in like 3,000, 4,000 years ago. That's all that's mentioned when you look up the actual definition of Zionism. That's all it is. Now, if you're going to go down into rabbit holes and shit, you can go as far as they genuinely want to murder every single Arab that exists on this planet Earth. So take it as far as you want to go. But as far as I'm concerned, when I hear the terminology Zionism, the goal of Zionism was achieved a long time ago. The only problem is, the caveat is, that they still need to protect it, which is my argument for, if Zionists still exist, it's so they can keep the land that they have. So they're not kicked off of their land. And considering that they get attacked all the fucking time, I can imagine that Zionism is still alive to this day, but it's not to purposefully without any cause or reason to take over more land. It's like if they're not given a reason, they won't be able to take over more land. At least I don't see that being the case.
Well, let's go. Well, let's go with your example. So you're talking about it just depends on how the society determines that social construct to be. That's what you basically said, right? So Zionism is a social construct. Is we as a society, whatever the Israeli
social
society,
construct.
America, well, let me tell you. We get to determine where it lands at the time, right? It's kind of like guns in America. Like, let me give you an example.
Zionism is an ideology. Zionism is
you an
not
American?
me. No, I'm not. I'm Greek. Zionism is an ideology, not a type of people. Yeah, I know it's an ideology. Essentially, they're longing for the land of Israel, and they want to protect that land at all costs. That's it. That's basically it. Yeah.
Yeah, but an ideology can. You have people who call themselves socialists in the Soviet Union. You have people who call themselves socialists in America, social democrats, right? Like that thing could. It's a thing that you can move in many directions.
True. It can change. Yes, it can change, and it can morph. It can evolve. So from that original goal, it can also be.
Let's go with what it is. The majority of what it is now. If you're a Zionist, you tend to support the right-wing genocidal government of Israel. No.
If I'm right wing, I support Israel. What would you mean?
Repeat what I said.
Yeah,
I'm gonna repeat what I said.
yeah.
If you call yourself Zionist,
Yeah.
you tend to support the right-wing genocidal government of Israel. No.
The right wing. No, oh, for fuck's sake. No, you motherfucker. Why are you using that stupid fucking word? This gets thrown out all the fucking time. Right. This is how it goes when Israel is not only accused, it has already been accused multiple times. When it's convicted of genocide at that point, I'm not even going to debate it. I'm going to be saying, yep, they're definitely genocidal.
You mean by the ICJ? You're talking about the ICJ.
They have to be convicted. They have been
to be convicted by the ICJ.
So cool. If it's the ICC, isn't it the ICC? The International Criminal Court. This is where they're going to be convicted if they're caught. Yeah.
All right, great. The ICC, right?
Yeah.
You do know what you do know that this what you're talking about is in it's just not a thing written on paper. You do know that there's some been stories of Mossad agents.
Oh, for fuck's sake, he's going to obfuscate that.
No, this is true.
I'm going to kill him.
Threatening the lives of judges in that court.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Because of the ruling, right?
Bro, you understand you're going down Trump territory conspiracies right now. You realize that, right? No, I believe in the court system, in the judicial system. I believe how things run in the world. That's what I believe because I have a reason to believe it. I also believe in the Mossad and I understand it, but I also acknowledge that on October 7th, even though they're this supreme fucking intelligence agency, I think you're exaggerating and overestimating their capabilities. That they're going in with spy shit and they're poisoning shit. Bro, this is not fucking James Bond, bro. All right? They're not going to go and fucking threaten the ICC. Are you fucking insane, bro? No, they're not going to do that. It sounds like a fucking conspiracy to me. This well reported on, it seems like Casey is going to make me eat my words. Let's see. At first sight, I'm just going to say I don't usually go for conspiracies, right? But here we go. Revealed. Israeli spy chief threatened ICC prosecutor over war crimes inquiry. The question is, was he given an order or did he act on his own behalf? Let's find out.
Why would that be the question?
What?
What does that fucking matter?
Okay, if you don't know, if you don't...
Who is Mossad? Who is Mossad? They're protecting
the secret agency. Of Israel, no, they are a secret agency. Every country has a secret agency.
Well, they're a secret agency of the Israeli government.
Yes.
Yes, and they are. What do they do? The CIA protects what, dude?
Okay, do you want me to give you an example? If we have the police force and a policeman goes out and shoots somebody unjustly, do you know what happens to them? The whole police force doesn't go fucking bust because of it. No, we charge that single police officer. We regard him as a bad apple because he acted against.
Where do you live, dude? Where do you live?
We could. Bro, what do you mean, where do you live, bro?
85% of police officers that
oh, for fuck's sake. Are you seriously going to do this now? You don't understand. You don't understand what I'm talking about now. You're seriously going to fucking go to this length now to say that, oh yeah, police officers don't get convicted. Bro, if there is evidence, if there is enough evidence to convict a police officer for shooting somebody unjustly or doing something like that, and this is all taken in context, I'm not acknowledging that certain incidents go past and nobody pays attention to them. I'm well aware of that. But you can't prove intent from the order from top down to prove that this is happening because they intend to do that. Maybe there's a lack of funds. Maybe there's a lack of oversight. Maybe there's a lack of multiple things. But what I'm telling you is if those things do not exist and a police officer just walks out of the police station, pulls out his gun, shoots somebody for no reason whatsoever, we are not going to look at the police force and we're going to go, oh, fuck, why the fuck do we have the police force? Which is why the same thing would apply to the Mossad agents. A Mossad agent could be acting in his own things.
You are literally making me... Look at what Casey wrote. You're
You
You
guys are fucking conspiratorial as fuck, bro.
Come into the chat. I want Casey to come into
Well, the head of Mossad was involved. Would mean that it was Mossad policy. He sets the policy. Okay, that's all I stated. You stupid son of a bitch. You see, even Casey is not going up against me. Casey is just saying that, hey, no, here's some context for you, considering that you're not convinced yet. Okay, if that's the case, and the head of the Mossad, well, now it's a lot more fucking reliable. I'll tell you that. Jesus.
I said it was the head of Mossad.
No, you didn't. Shut your fucking mouth. I told it was the head of Mossad. Shut the fuck up, bro. Doesn't matter, though.
I said it was the... No, it doesn't. Why? Okay, by your logic, it does fucking matter. Listen.
No, it does matter. I misspoke. I misspoke, you stupid motherfucker. I misspoke.
That's fine. Forget about misspoken.
Yeah.
I'm gonna debunk your bullshit, okay? Who cares if it's the head of Mossad?
I said I misspoke, you son of a motherfucker. Why are you continuing down this line? It's not fine, and then you go, oh, yeah, here's why it actually is. I'm acknowledging, yes, it is.
Who cares if it's the head?
We care. I misspoke. What part of that are you misunderstanding? I'm going to kill him.
What? Who cares if it's the head of...
We care. We care. Bro, see, are you stupid?
Hold on. Who cares if it's the head?
I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. Why are you even going down this path? You're just yapping at this point. No, I acknowledge. Yes, it's important. If it's the head of Mossad, it's a lot more fucking reliable than if it's just a random agent. Yes, I've already acknowledged that. I said I misspoke.
I'm not...
Again, are you again? I swear to God, if you try to explain that, I will fucking murder you. Shut up, PPJ. Holy shit.
I'm actually trying to save your ass, dude.
Oh, no. There is no saving my ass. It was a stupid statement. I misspoke, bro.
Okay, that's fine. Who cares if it's the head of police or if it's the lower downs? If the lower downs carry out the bad policy, who gives a fuck, right? You're still on the ground. You're experiencing the bad policy, right?
No, not always. You're saying, basically what you're saying, why I can't agree with you is because you're saying every time a cop kills somebody unjustly for no reason, it's because of the police force. That's what you're saying. I'm saying to you, no, that can be the reason for some of the cases and they should be investigated. But a lot of the times what happens is those police officers didn't act accordingly to what they should have done. And as a result, they fucked up and they should be held accountable. Also, in part, the police force has some level of responsibility. The question is to what extent? Are you going to disband the whole police force? No, you're not. You're probably going to punish them for not making sure that this person is hinged before they go out into the street or whatever. But yeah.
Okay, but then you start looking at the numbers, right? And then you look at...
Yes, that would matter.
93%.
Where are you getting that number from?
That's just... I'm going to give it to you right now.
Yeah, because I know that you like throwing out random numbers.
This is why I tell you where do you live. Because in America, 93% of officer-involved police shootings, they, quote-unquote, get away with it. It's justified.
Okay, where are you getting that number from? Because I know you love throwing out random numbers and think you're convinced that you're right. Go and find me the 93 number. Go and find the 93% before you start yapping about something else and we all forget about it.
Forget about my numbers, right?
Oh, right. Okay, convenient. Okay.
What number is going to convince you?
Well, if the number is high enough.
Wait. Let me finish. That there's a systemic problem with what's going on.
Look, this is how it goes, PPJ, okay? You make a statement which says that when a police officer does something bad, essentially it always comes down to the police force, okay? That was your statement. You gave no room, no wiggle room, we say. No, but that's your statement. That was your statement. Your statement was very extreme and very hard positioned, as in, all I need to do is find one case where actually it had nothing really to do with the police force. There are plenty of police officers who still carry a weapon or have some type of weapon at home or whatever. They kill somebody in their free time, and that also gets entailed and circled back to the police force. You're not including any other scenarios that could include. You're just saying every single scenario is attributable and 100% guilty for the police force, and there is no wiggle room for you. Now, all I need to do is just prove that one case exists. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to find hundreds of thousands of cases.
But why would that be the fuck? Why do you think that that's...
Because that's the debate. That's the debate, you dumbass. When you make a claim and I can counter your claim, I win. That's the way it works.
Okay, great. This is what we were talking about yesterday when me and you were screaming at each other, right?
Just make correct claims, you motherfuckers.
Right now, there is 0.00000.
Again, he's gonna do this. This son of a bitch.
1% of gravity ending in our atmosphere, dude.
Bro, just give me a correct claim. Give me a correct claim is what I'm saying to you. I don't like it when people hold extremes in life, but then when they're confronted on them, it turns out that actually they should probably give themselves at least some wiggle room just to be safe. But no, they want to hold their extremes and be right. Once they get called out on it, they start doing this, so really, you debate tactics. No, motherfucker, just give me your actual claim on life. Because if your claim is that you're extreme on this position and how there's always a chance how every single scenario that ever happened, bro, do you understand how difficult? That's why I'm challenging you. If you had said to me, do you know that like it's probably like there's a high number of cases or like the majority of cases that can be tracked back to the police force and not to the individual policemen, I would probably say, okay, that seems reasonable depending on the country that you're in. I wouldn't have even argued with you. I wouldn't have even challenged you. But that's not your stance, hence why I do challenge you. Because you can't have those kinds of positions in life. You can't be all or nothing, black or white. They're guilty or they're guilty.
Nobody's being black or white.
Yes, you are.
Again, no, I cannot be... Nothing in this world is black or white.
Don't hold extremes then, idiot. Don't be saying to me that it's all a true.
I can hold extremes when shit is 90 to like 3%, right? 90% to like 3%. You can hold extremes because it's extremely evident that's what the fuck is going on.
Again, he's hell-bent on this 93%. I don't get where you're coming from this. The number increased to 70% when murder was the most serious charge. I don't understand. In comparison, about 6 in 10 people charged with violent crimes were convicted according to a federal report. I don't understand what any of this has to do with your original claim. Where is that number? Where are you getting this 93% number? I'm calling you out that you're pulling this straight out of your asshole.
No, that's fine. Let's go with 70%. Let's go with what that article said.
About 56%. This is the actual number that in your own article you've just linked. About 56% of violent charges filed against police officers end in conviction. So if you want to look at anything, my point...
56%?
I'm going to kill this motherfucker. Do you acknowledge that from 93 to 56%, there is a huge fucking discrepancy there? Do you understand that or do you not? Please acknowledge this. 93 to 56.
Filed against police.
You're the one who linked this. You're the one who linked this.
Can you show me where it says 50%?
It's your article. You're the one who needs to show me shit.
Dude.
Huh?
The number increased to 70% when murder was most serious charge.
This has
most
nothing.
Criminal cases in the United States and in plea bargains rather than court trials.
Okay,
Yeah.
do you understand what most means? Do you understand what most can mean? It's anything above 50%. It's anything above 50%.
Plurality.
Depending on the article you're reading, if they are biased in either or direction, they can misrepresent it. But and it's not illegal. There's nothing wrong with saying, technically speaking.
Did you get the 56%? Can you show me?
Bro,
You're
it's
not
literally
saying
on my screen. It's been on the screen the whole time. What do you want me to fucking
watching
say?
your stream. Where
Okay,
is it?
well, you should be. Pretty high. Yes, it is pretty high inappropriate. I'm not the one having the stance that, oh, they're not guilty for anything.
So everybody, I'm going to read this out loud so everybody hears it. Police charged with committing violent crimes while on duty are convicted more than half the time.
More than half the time. Your position is 93%, idiot.
Cases, those involved in murder
Ah,
or
it's so
manslaughter
annoying.
are convicted rate is lower,
Oh my
hovering
God.
50%.
Yes. Do you understand the number that is being thrown out there? It's above 50%. Your position was 93%. 93% to over 50%.
Because you didn't, I guess you didn't fucking hear it. Should I do it again?
What do you think you've done now? Please enlighten us. Go ahead.
Police charged with committing violent crimes, right? Violent crimes.
Yeah.
While on duty, were convicted more than half the time.
More than half the
during
time.
that period.
More than
In
half the
those-
time.
In most serious cases, those involved of murder and manslaughter, convicted rate was lower, hovering around 50%. Meaning what?
Well, this is an article you linked to us.
In comparison to about 6 to 10 people charged with violent crimes were convicted in the main population.
To your other...
Meaning the biases to police officers, right?
Bro, do you understand that everything in this article points to it being over 50%? Your claim was very extreme at the beginning, then you went to 93%.
That's fine.
My argument to you is having a position,
That's okay.
you first were completely 100%. Then you went, no, you don't get away with this, motherfucker. Everybody else leaves you to get away with this shit. You don't get away with this. No, your first position is extreme, 100%. The next one goes down to 93%. You've now provided me an article that proves it to be 50%. Do you acknowledge the difference between those three fucking numbers? Please tell me you do.
I'm going to repeat what I just
No,
read right
you're
now.
going to engage with what I'm asking you. Otherwise, I'm going to let you yap. And when you're finished, I'm going to ask you the same question.
Most of the time, compared to the average population, police officers get away with their crime.
Yeah. Do you know what most means? Do you know what most means? You seem incapable of engaging with it. Do you know what most means, technically speaking? Do you know what most means? It's a simple question. Do you know what most means?
Tell me, please.
Anything above 50%. Oh, amazing. Okay, so now, again, I'm going to ask you the same question. Do you acknowledge... Do you acknowledge...
You didn't read was in comparison...
I'm not letting you get away with this, motherfucker.
6 to 10 people
Hey.
charged with violent crimes are convicted in the society.
Hey, you motherfucker.
Why is there a preference to police officers? Isn't that what we were arguing about?
Right. Listen to me, you piece of shit. Everybody else leaves you to get away with this shit. It's not happening. Do you acknowledge a difference, a substantial difference between above 50% and 93%? Do you acknowledge that difference? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Hyperbolic.
Yes or no? Thank you very much. So you were being hyperbolic. They are very different numbers, correct?
Okay, that's great.
Sure.
You're
It's
gonna
amazing.
hang on?
Amazing. Thank you.
In our society...
Now you're more reasonable. You should be thanking me.
That's fine. In our society, is there a bias towards cop getting away with crimes?
Sometimes, yes, I'm willing to acknowledge that. Even a majority of the times. Even most of the time. That's fine. I'm going to use majority. I prefer majority because that also means above 50%. Doesn't mean most. When you say most, there is a biased intonation there that I'm assuming that this specific article used it, even though it acknowledges it's barely above 50%. So I'm going to use majority. It's still a good argument for you. So there we go.
Compared to the population is about 6 to 10. It will be minimum 40%. They're estimating.
Okay, that's fine. I acknowledge that. I'm not surprised by that number. I was surprised by your original claim, which was extreme, and then 93%.
26%. Yeah, around 20%. 20% cops get away with crimes than the regular population do.
20%.
So there's a clear bias.
Now we've gone down to 20%. Amazing. Okay, yeah, I acknowledge that. That's fine. That's a problem. That's a real problem. The only thing, it's not comparable to, like, this happens like 90% of the time, okay? That's why I was originally... I'm not going to challenge you on these claims you're making now, because these are backed by data.
Now we're going to go back to the original claim. We're going to go back to the...
Yeah, but pay attention to the mistakes that were made, right, in this conversation.
Fine,
okay, good.
I said I was being hyperbolic when it comes to the 90% number. That's great, but there's still a bias.
Okay. We acknowledge that. Do you know how data analytics work? We figure if something happens or doesn't happen, and then we ask the question of to what extent. That is the important part.
Listen, you got me on the numbers.
Yeah, but it's important, PPJ.
It isn't a fucking important.
It
there a bias or not?
No, because that's misrepresentative at best. It happens a little bit.
Is there a bias or not?
It happens to a certain extent, you fucking arsehole. You can't... you want to go back to the zeros or ones. You want to go back to the black or whites. This is what you're trying to do. You're asking, does it happen or doesn't it happen? And I'm saying to you, yes, it does happen. To what extent? We found out 20%. We found out if they're convicted, if it's being charged with, that's above 50%, but close to 50%. Like, depending on what it is you're talking about, you cannot answer this question with, oh, it happens or it doesn't happen. The important part, to what extent? Yes. That's very important.
Great. It happens.
I'm going to kill him.
So now we're going to talk
yeah,
about
go. Just fucking go. You're an asshole. Go.
Mossad, head of Mossad, goes to the ICC, threatens fucking judges.
Pay attention to what he's doing.
Nothing happens.
Pay attention to what he's doing. Okay. All right, motherfucker. Right? I like what it is you're doing. Right. So can I talk now? Because what this happens, if we're going to use what we just previously discussed, is it can happen. The question is, to what extent? In other words, I have reasons to doubt until they are proven guilty of doing something. I have to read more about it. Obviously, you claiming that, oh yeah, obviously Mossad agents.
Are you even fucking saying anything? Can you say something?
Oh, this is coming from you. This is magical. The fact that this is coming from you. Are you really saying anything? Okay, go ahead. Keep going. What is it you're trying to insinuate here? Go on.
So I'm going to say it again. The head of Mossad goes and threatens ICC judges.
Yeah.
Where's the accountability?
Okay, so again, I'm going to say to you, what I care about is, was he acting according to his own interests, or was this an order from Netanyahu or the above?
Head of Mossad.
Yes, he is the head of Mossad. He's also a human being.
Are you saying that he was doing it because
he could have took
money or something?
He might. There are plenty of reasons. Yes, money could be one reason. Power could be another reason. There could be multiple reasons.
How can I have a conversation with a person like
this piece of shit? Why are you not acknowledging that? Yes.
Going to the ICC court, who is saying that Israel's committing human atrocities, etc., and threatening them. He was doing it for personal reasons. That's what you think.
Look, that could be a case. And the fact that you're refusing to acknowledge it, even though previously we went into the police cases and we find out that, yes, there is a lot of cases where these are done not accordingly because of the police force, but because of their personal actions. Remember, that's why
there is a 20% difference from
biased. 20% biased.
I don't care.
Yeah, you don't care. We care. Bias. Yeah, there is a bias, a 20% bias.
Okay, but that's a bias.
It's not a 90%. No, you're trying.
It's systemic. It's a systemic problem.
You piece of shit. You're trying to frame this as it's 90, 100%. It's ever evident. No, it's 20%, bro.
You can only think of shit like we were literally having.
This is how it works, PPJ. This is how numbers work.
It's not 100%.
Listen to me.
It doesn't exist.
Listen to me, you piece of shit. No, it does, and we should be taking it seriously the more that number increases. But unless it's a
systemic problem,
I'm gonna kill him.
To try and police officers.
I don't think I would call it systemic if it's 20%, bro. But yes, would I? Yes, but 20%. You understand? Out of 10, this is country. My god. Out of 10 cases, 2 of them include bias. What about the other 8, motherfucker? So now if we apply those same numbers, considering that this is one you want to point out, if we go to the Mossad, out of 10 times the Mossad acts out, 8 of those times, it's out of their personal interest. 20 of those times have been proven to be connected to Netanyahu and the above forces, if you want to use this connection. That's how it works. That's a lot different.
Listen,
so actually, there's a higher chance that they're acting in their own interest than they're acting...
This is me being nice to you. This is me being nice to you because I got banned and I used to get like 30
Listen
fucking
to
viewership.
him.
So I
Listen to him.
fucking even having this fucking debate, but let's do it, right? Let's do it.
We're already... Bro, we've been here for like an hour now.
That's fine. This is the head of the Mossad. I don't have to grant the bullshit that you just said about some random police officer.
I'm going to kill him. Of course you do.
Fine. No. Let's go with what you're talking about, the random police officer, right?
Jesus Christ.
There's a 20% fucking bias.
For fuck's sake, bro.
You bring up the 10 to 2 comparison, but if you bring up the millions of people that are in a system of society, there is clearly systemic bias.
Right, motherfucker, do you understand that if I'm going to make a statistical calculation of the situation, and we're basing this off the police force and the numbers that we derive from that, my conclusions that I'm going to come to are there's a much higher chance that these people in the Mossad, from going to and contacting the ICC, are acting out of personal interest, because 8 out of 10 are based on personal reasons. 2 out of 10 are based on them having connections and it being directly influenced by the force itself.
What? No. Why are you even involving that, dude?
Well, that's why we looked at that. Why did we look at it otherwise? You don't understand it, but that's exactly the data we received from that.
Okay, brother. What are we arguing? Are we arguing
Yeah, I know you're confused. You're real confused right now.
That's fine. Police officers or Mossad?
Okay,
this is the head
we're talking.
Of the Mossad,
yeah, I know,
right?
and I've taken that into account.
This is me saving you.
That you have not been saving me.
Head of
we
the
understand
Mossad.
that, you piece of
this
shit.
Is the head
we
of
understand
the
it.
Mossad.
I understand it. There's a very, very increased chance. There's a very high probability, but still there is a chance that that person was acting in their own interests. And the fact that you are refusing to acknowledge that. No, don't do it again. Don't do it again. No, shut your fucking mouth with this zero shit. Oh my God. This piece of shit. Right. I genuinely, I need a cigarette. This motherfucker. The point is, there is a chance. The same how it exists within the police force, the same how it exists within the Mossad, and all types of organizations.
I want to tell you something, because what you're doing right now, is that I would never be able to argue with somebody like you, because if there is a point...
I'm going to get to it. He's going to do it again.
I'm not going to mention the zeros. I'm not going to mention the zeros. If there is a chance of all the zeros being involved, you're going to point to that and say that there's evidence that could happen. You understand why that's fucking stupid? Again, the reason I bring up the gravity argument is because there is
I hate him.
Unbelievably small chance
I hate
we
you.
can all lose gravity now, right?
PPJ, this is how it works, brother. If there's 100% chance for something to happen, we don't even need to observe. Okay, no, listen to me. I'm just going to break it down for you, and the reason why I'm arguing with you. If there's a 100% chance for something happening, I'm not even going to argue with you. It's ever evident. It's very obvious. I have to be a fucking idiot not to acknowledge it. Listen to me. I'm just explaining it to you, you stupid fucking idiot. If there is a 50% chance of something happening, it's now questionable. There is just a 50-50 chance of this happening or not. It requires substantial evidence to prove it. If there is a 1% chance of it happening, there is still a reason. So 1 in 100 have proven to have whatever a personal interests in it. Nonetheless, I should look into it, but now I'm less interested in looking at it. If there is a 0.00000, it's the same thing as the 100. I'm not even going to look into it. It's so little, it's impossible. So you presenting it that way is misrepresenting. What I'm saying to you is there seems to be a 20% chance or a 10% chance of this being the case, or a personal interest, and thus I would like to look into it. I'm not acknowledging that there is a 90% chance that he's guilty for that, and how the government is.
Okay, brother, but we have provided evidence to you that it was the head of Mossad.
Head of Mossad. And we've also looked into how many times, usually within organizations of power, of enforcement of law, which that would include
police officers in America.
Okay, that's what you gave me.
Compared to the people that are tried.
You gave me, bro. You gave me that number, bro. That was your example.
Okay, but there's but you're wrong on both fucking sides.
Why, you stupid motherfucker?
Clear bias.
Oh my god! When you say clear biased, you're talking about 80-90%, correct?
My friend.
Wait. Okay. When you say clear,
hold on.
I'm gonna kill him.
Can I tell you? Do you gamble?
Not really. No.
Have you ever gambled blackjack?
Yes.
Okay, have you played blackjack, right?
Of
course.
Know
that if you place
probabilities
a bet on the made circle, you tend to bet more than like the bonus bet, right? Why do you do that?
Okay, I don't know what this fucking analogy is, but go for it. Explain to us why.
That because there is a better chance of winning.
Do you understand how probabilities work? Do you understand how probabilities work?
Okay, that's.
Okay, it seems like you don't, PPJ, because I've literally just broken it down for you.
Hold on, I'm gonna say the state. I'm gonna say the statement. If you disagree with me, you're full of shit, right?
I'm going to kill you.
If police officers do anything violent, they tend to get away with it more, right, than the general population. They
tend to get away with it more, I can agree with, but more can be anything above 50%. Remember when I broke the problem?
Percentage. Okay, great.
Because it matters, you stupid fucking idiot. What were you okay, we already said 100%, we're not looking into it. 0.000, we're not looking into it. 50%, we need to look into it. This one is 80%, I've said to you. So yes, I still need to look into it, but I acknowledge the big fucking elephant in the room. Yes, there is a high probability. I've already acknowledged that, you stupid fucking idiot.
Let's go with what you're saying. So then we need to look into it. Casey's
Malaga.
A whole bunch of articles where it's the head of Mossad doing it. What are the chances that this person is not acting?
Bro, I'm saying to you, there's a 10% chance. I require more evidence to be totally.
How much evidence are you going to get? This is a covert operations fucking.
It doesn't look like it, motherfucker. It doesn't look like it, you stupid fucking idiot. If this is a covert fucking mission, it wouldn't be on the fucking Guardian, would it? Nobody would know about it, but we do because it's fucking there.
There was whistleblowers.
Amazing. So how about we let the whistleblowers tell us what fucking happened instead of fucking PPJ who doesn't know what probabilities are?
Chat. I just want you to hear.
I need a cigarette. Fuck you, PPJ. Don't nuke my channel.
From this person, dude. You're not gonna get any information from this person ever, because you can't prove it 100%. That's who he is, dude.
So what are you guys fighting about this morning? Both of them conveniently left at the same time. So, good morning, chat. Good morning, PT Salty. You probably know me as Maida.
We're arguing about the Mossad fucking threatening the ICC court.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm just gonna talk with chat until everybody gets back. Go do your own thing.
I can hear you.
Yeah, morning, Casey. Inappropriate innuendo has a new bookshelf. PT Salty.
Why is Casey scared of not coming in, dude?
I don't know. That's something you would have to ask Casey.
What do you think, Maida? If you think that there's 20% of and by the way, that article I pulled out from fucking I probably should have pulled a better article. It was what was it? Washington Post. It's still pretty liberal. It is 90%, and I'm gonna show you guys tomorrow why it's 90% if you follow my YouTube channel. But anyway, if there's 20% of police officers not being tried for violent crimes that they did, and this is just violent crimes, right? This is not going into other shit that they do, right? You think that there's a systemic bias?
I'll answer that once boss comes back, because I don't want to have to reiterate my position because it won't be the exact same because I'm not reading from something or doing something right now. So, yeah, I'll answer that when boss gets back. But Yeah, everybody's on their break right now. Go do your thing. Go get you another beer. Go take a piss. I know you do that quite often.
All right, I'm back. Let's do it.
Yeah, welcome back.
I want to hear it.
Yeah, like I said, when boss gets back, I could do a basic explanation of my position based
I
on
don't
what
know.
I
I don't
think.
understand why
Talks
Casey
about.
doesn't want to join the fucking call. Casey, I'm
Casey
gonna
said
be
he's
on your
busy.
side. Bullshit. Bullshit, Casey. Stop being a pussy, dude.
I don't think you being on Casey's side makes him want to join any more or any less. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, Mike. Okay, Mike. Mike, you want to argue about any beef that me and you have? We always have beef, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but it's always over semantics.
Well, no. That I mean, that's your point of view. I mean, I think you're completely fucking wrong when it comes to your shit.
Well, that's because I'm a liberal.
And that's fine, but you call yourself a liberal? Are you a 100% liberal? Is there such a thing?
Yeah. Well, there's no such a thing as being a 100% liberal because
So you
liberalism.
just debunked the boss, right?
Well, no, because liberalism encompasses multiple positions from different parts of the political spectrum. Like liberalism can incorporate like Marxist ideology while simultaneously also having fascist ideology in it. Like liberalism is
It's
basically a
I
centristic
agree
point of
with you.
view that can include even the most radical of changes as long as it aligns with like a non-left or right extreme like side or policy.
That's the barrier you want to uphold yourself to.
Yes, because I do think that there are some things that like the right side of the political wing get correct, and there are other things that the left side of the political wing get correct. I don't think that I'm not biased towards one side or another. I try to approach it in a way that provides a good outcome while also achieving a good balance of like a societal or social structure.
I'm just looking at this dude's fucking stream. That's what this dude live like a fucking one room apartment. Anyway,
Wait, what are you saying about my?
nothing.
Wait, no, go back on it, you motherfucker. What are you
No,
talking?
I'm
No,
saying
tell us.
it
Tell
looked
us
like
what you think.
It looked like you just pulled those screens back and then you just walked out of the fucking room.
Look at this
That's fine. That's fine.
motherfucker.
I'm just fucking around. Listen,
Yeah.
I lived in Mexico. Mexico was like this.
Look
So
who's criticizing my personal living standards. PPJ.
I'm not.
Live in
I'm
the
not. I
flesh.
actually do take that back.
Yeah, you
I am
should.
not like this.
Yeah.
I do take that back.
Go on.
100%.
Go
It's
on.
because he gets it from all of his
Yeah,
viewers every night
yeah.
about the fact that he has 1980s arcade carpet in his room.
Okay, yeah.
Well, Maida, if you know anything about carpet, you know that this is the most expensive carpet you can buy, right?
Look, he's defending it. I love it.
No.
I mean,
I'm
it
not
could be.
defending
He probably
it
It
because
does
could
this is
be
my job.
expensive and not be a good design choice.
Oh,
That's
fuck.
okay. That's fine. But you know how much this is? We call it the $8 carpet. This one, because for the yard, for like the square yard, it's
Yeah.
$8 fucking. It's the most expensive carpet, dude. Believe it or not. This is like as expensive as it gets. Now you see it in the theater because theaters are capitalist fucking institutions, dude. Right? They put the best thing that is elusive to people. People are gonna see it, and trust me, brother. There's like science to this shit, dude.
I mean, my carpet,
Yes.
I have
No, but that's
Frage
you. That's
shag
you. I'm
carpeting,
just
and
telling
it's
you.
$9.36 a square foot.
Well, wait. Shag? You mean shag? Oh wait, no. Wait, you're talking about buying it at the store, right? I was talking about installing it. No, buying it at the store, it's $8 plus what the carpet is worth. So it's like 27 plus 8, it would be like 30 something.
Yeah, and Midas is 90 something, considering that he has a 10 square foot. 10. Wait, is it feet or meters? Did you say feet?
I think it goes by square feet. Yeah.
Oh, square feet.
goes
Oh,
by
so then it'll
square
be
feet.
triple. There'll be like $980, $250 for his carpet. So,
No,
yeah.
that's
Well, that is pretty
way
much
more that
going
shit.
to how much he's going to pay for that. But okay,
Yeah,
Mr.
like,
Maths guy.
I had shag carpeting put in this room when we first moved in because I've always wanted shag carpeting and I had the disposable income.
Yeah, I need a fucking carpet in
Shag
here.
carpet is is the least expensive.
Not talking to
Like
chat
commercial.
anymore. I am talking to chat, bro. It's just with me and Billy over here. I'm gonna call you Billy from now on, just so you know, okay? Me and Billy over here, we're having a discussion, just for safety reasons, okay?
Okay, it's great. Let's move on. Can we talk about politics?
Yeah, go.
Okay, so you agree, the boss. You agree that I should vote for Joe Biden, right? As an American.
Wait, it has nothing to do with what we were talking about previously, but okay,
I
yeah.
mean, we moved on, dude.
Oh, we moved on.
I mean, unless
Okay.
you want to bring it up, fuck it, I don't care.
No, go. Okay.
Did you want me to talk about it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Go ahead, Maida.
Yeah, I mean, like, it seems like when you guys were talking about the police statistics thing and how they're more likely to get away with crimes, you would call that a systemic problem.
Yes.
And I would agree with this, but like, when something is a systemic problem, that just means that we are viewing something throughout a system in which is a non-preferential treatment for the people, but is a preferential treatment for the government. And
True.
we have a lot of instances of this. We see many politicians, etc., being able to get away with crimes, insider trading, lobbying.
I acknowledge all of that. Yes.
And
That's a
the
systemic
police
problem.
force. Yeah, and the police force is an extension of the state.
True.
And as we know, and we all seem to agree here, that the state has a monopoly on force and violence. So it seems like, generally speaking, the issue is not the fact that the police force is more likely to get away with these crimes, which are an action of violence. The fact is the state is not holding its actors accountable because there is no reason to hold them accountable.
Okay, but that's
My argument is simply to what extent.
Hold on. Is there a systemic problem or not? Stop
Okay, now
beliefs.
Maita, let me engage with Maita. Okay, so Billy's argument over here is it real or is it not real? And my argument is, I acknowledge that it's real. My argument is to what extent, because that matters.
Yeah, so again, this is why I brought up the factors, because this is a very typical, like, what you would call like uneducated talking point, because this is the same thing that you will see white supremacists say when they say, is there more black people committing crimes or not? You can't really just narrow it down to like,
yes or no. Yes. Yeah, it can't be a yes or no, Billy. It's a matter of to what extent, because if in one country it's 90% present, you can imagine that pretty much every decision that is made includes systematic, advantages for some people and disadvantages for others. In a country that there's 20%, you still need to pay attention to it. It is a problem, and over time you probably want to deal with it, but you shouldn't be making decisions and conclusions based on, that it is there. You need to.
No, you should.
should. No.
Yes.
You need to factor it in. You need to take it into consideration, but you shouldn't blindly be trusting that, this is just another systematic reason. No, you require evidence. Okay? So the percentage matters significantly.
Well, okay, yeah, there is evidence in this case, and the percentage does matter, but like, this is the problem that I had with your sort of claim, PPG, and like the sort of rebuttal that Boss gave as well, because you proposed that there is a problem. You gave up, you gave statistics that show that there is a problem, but you did absolutely nothing to give an answer as to how you fix that problem.
How do I fix that? How do I fix
and your problem with my rebuttal is simply I need to fucking read more into this to understand what evidence there is, because while I have a good reason to believe that this seems sus, real sus, I still require, like evidence and everything. So
yeah, like, let's just assume you take it at face value.
Yeah, but what's wrong with that would be my argument to you, considering...
Let's assume you take it at face value, right?
Yeah.
When someone proposes that there is a problem within a system, and that this needs to be changed, and that there is a systemic level issue that is affecting the people disproportionately, you need to say, okay, I understand that this is a problem. What is the solution that you propose?
Yeah.
Because it tells you what this person or this individual's view of how that system works is. Because if they say, I hate to harp on this, but again, when you get these dumbass white supremacists, they'll say black people commit more crime per capita, whatever. just get rid of black people.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's not the answer. The
Yeah.
answer is you have to look at the systemic issues that like people who are from
Systemic
like
issues.
African American communities face, and then you have to address those issues rather than just getting rid of the people.
Yeah.
And in this circumstance, if someone were to propose just getting rid of the state because they get preferential treatment, because they have this monopoly of force and violence over the people because they are the ultimate authority, you have to either reform the state and try to establish a better system, or again, if you're a more radical person who doesn't really think about these things logically, you get rid of the state.
Yeah, I can understand that, but my line of questioning is we're talking about the United States of America, and even though I acknowledge and like really acknowledge that systematic disadvantages and advantages are present, and in Israel as well, considering we're talking about the Mossad here, my question is to what extent, and considering that he just used the police force as a justification for his claim.
Use that.
Well, no, that was your example. You're the one who went to the police one.
You said.
Why would I go to the police force?
I was trying to save you
again.
Because me and Casey's fucking
who
argument
was the one?
Was that it was the head of the Mossad?
Who was the one who brought up the police force?
Argument against the head of the
who
Mossad.
was the one who brought?
You went to the police force.
I went to the police force. Be careful of your claims, motherfucker, because you're the one who brought up police force in the first place.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me.
No, because you're trying to fucking obfuscate now. You're the one who brought it up. Did you not?
It's for you brought it up, brother.
I brought it up.
Own bot.
Bro,
yes.
Okay. Well,
you brought it up as an example.
You're
said,
just lying.
What if a couple of bad police officers, bad apples, do something bad, and does that mean that the entire police force is quote unquote corrupted? And then me and Casey said,
okay,
yeah,
maybe.
But this is the head of the Mossad.
Yeah, but then I
try to save you.
Okay, that sounds reasonable.
Asshole.
Okay, that sounds reasonable. Yeah, I probably did bring it up. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, so I did bring up my mistake.
Hold on, dude. Hold on, brother. That's fine. It's 4 a.m. and I have to go to work at 6:30. I have 2 hours to sleep. I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, okay.
I mean it.
Yeah.
I mean it. I'm not running away. Tomorrow we're gonna fucking debate again. Okay, all of you guys.
Bro, that's fine. Go. Don't worry.
Okay,
Don't worry.
have a good night.
You too, man. Bye.
Take it easy, Maida.
Peace out, PPG.
Yeah. So again, like considering that I did bring that up, fair enough. Okay, so that renders my thing useless because, well, that's the one I went to. But nonetheless, my questioning is that I feel like there is a good reason to look into this. This does seem sus as fuck, but I still need to read into the details. Like, have they been charged? Obviously, the idea that this is some secret mission or whatever, well, it is secret. We acknowledge it's the Mossad, but nonetheless, like, it is in the fucking article. So there is, like, information here that I could understand and come to the conclusion of, was Netanyahu directly included in this? I have more reasons to believe he was than he wasn't. But again, I'm not just going to take it at face value. I don't really see a problem with that. Do you?
I don't know the criteria of the case necessarily, but I mean, I wouldn't put it past international courts or any other institution that is designed to uphold justice to sort of not do that thing. So
yeah, so when you're presented with the Mossad basically threatened the ICC, inevitably as a result, you're using this as a justification for why they are not being held accountable within the ICC. That's what you've been given. It's the head of Mossad has made threats towards the ICC. I have more reasons to believe that, you know, that makes sense, and that's pretty fucking sus. I didn't originally want to go to that, considering it sounds conspiratorial, but then considering that there's at least an article that suggests that to be the case, again, I'm more inclined to read more into it to gather more evidence than to just, like, go off of, take it at face value. Would you not do the same?
Yeah, I would probably do the same.
Okay.
It really just depends on how the situation is.
I'm good, Lou. I'm good.
How the situation is and how much information is available about it.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
Information.
Yeah, exactly. Which is my.
And it's just speculation.
Yeah.
There's like nothing you can really do.
Exactly. Yeah. So it can be like, it seems sus and everything, but as long as there's not enough evidence to back it up, which could be found, I can imagine, considering there's an article about it, I probably want to look at the fucking evidence. I was being asked to just take it at face value, which I was arguing I probably shouldn't do that. And that doesn't seem like a good idea to do. Even though, again, I acknowledge that there is it's really sus. Yeah, okay. Anyway, yeah. Apart from that, is the Mossad like, I don't know, because the original question was why isn't Netanyahu being held accountable, considering that there are so many charges against him and all of these different things? Why isn't he being held accountable? That was our question previously, and then we got into, you know, the International Criminal Court system or whatever the fuck it is. Do you know anything about this, or are you not interested?
I know a little bit about it. So I know that the ICC recently issued an arrest warrant for Netanyahu for war crimes or his role in complacency within war crimes within the IDF. And when he heard about this, I believe his exact statement was that the ICC was not designed to persecute the West or its allies. It was made for thugs like Putin. And this was a very inflammatory statement, and he made it knowing that. But
1 second, Casey. 1 second. Yeah, because this was originally an argument from Casey's behalf. So I don't want Casey to think that I'm obfuscating now. But yeah, go and finish your point, and then I'll say what Casey's point is. Okay.
Yeah. So it seems like generally the mentality of Netanyahu right now is that he believes that the ICC wasn't designed by the West to persecute the West, but rather by the West to hold people in the East or its political opponents like accountable for their actions.
Yeah.
And I mean, if this is true, that's very damning, but I think that the United States and its allies attempting to sanction the ICC over the ability to find Netanyahu guilty is a bit silly because it just proves how heavy the political biases really are. And I would prefer if this was not something that happened, obviously, because I think that if you are going to hold people accountable for war crimes or for international crimes that are being committed, that sort of law or the logic behind that law should be applied equally.
Yeah. I would definitely prefer that to be the case, and I would agree. It seems like, is that Casey? Do you care about that fact? Because originally this comes back to like Trump, Biden. Essentially, Biden is worse than Trump because of his support towards Israel. Then we point out that actually, well, Trump is also in support of Israel, and how he would probably, there are reasons to believe he would have a stricter hand towards Israel, meaning he would support them even more than Biden. But then Casey's making the example of how America is still providing support and allowing for the sale of weapons to Israel. Then we looked into that, and essentially, well, while they're still providing aid to Israel, they are limiting the amount of weapons being sent there. And we confirmed that to be the case, considering that while they didn't limit everything, they limited the 2,000-pound bombs. So that would constitute as a limitation. But they're still allowing for the sale of weapons. And then my argument was, well, you would need to prove how that's an illegal thing that they're doing. Casey's convinced that they are. My argument was essentially that, well, you would need to be able to prove that. And considering we looked at the law, they were required to, when you are trading with another country, they need to break the Lehi law. And then when we looked into that, it essentially described how, 1 second, I'll read it. So it says, the US government primarily vets foreign security forces for credible information indicating 1, torture, 2, extrajudicial killing, 3, enforced disappearance, or 4, rape under color of law, in which a perpetrator abuses their official position to commit rape. So unless the country that you are trading with, and this is America towards Israel, in other words, you're allowing the sale of goods and products and whatever, which would constitute the weapons or whatever. Actually, no, it's stricter when it's weapons. But nonetheless, these are the conditions. As long as your ally, in quotations, who you are selling weapons to, does not commit any of these crimes, then there's nothing illegal about you selling arms to them. At least that's the observation I've gotten from this law, the Lehi law. And so they are allowed to sell. Then the question is, Casey then goes to, yeah, but they've been blocking aid to Palestine. and they're breaking humanitarian laws. And then we finally reach into the place where, while everybody has a reason to believe that they're breaking those laws, they haven't been convicted of that thus far. And so we arrive at the place of why haven't they been convicted yet? Because we all agree there is suspicion and there is reasons to believe that they have committed these crimes. Why have they not been convicted? And thus they presented the thing that apparently the Mossad is threatening the ICC, and thus they are not convicting them, which it is interesting. But I mean, if the whole ICC is going to bend to the will of the Mossad, well, then fuck the ICC. I guess it's not really a representation of the international criminal court system, would be my argument, right?
Yeah, I would also like to make a correction that has a new bookshelf pointed out. Yeah, it wasn't Netanyahu who said that it was for Putin or whatever. It was a senior foreign political advisor who said that, to add on to Netanyahu's original statement that it was outrageous and anti-Semitic to try to levy these charges against him.
Okay, so it wasn't.
So I got a little bit confused.
Yeah,
on that one.
Yeah, because that is important. That should be taken into consideration. But at the same time, it's like, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Like, you have an organization that is probably going to be more skeptical and what would the word be? Convictionary? Like, it's ready to convict other countries a lot faster than it is its own country. But then we also have a new little news story which suggests that the US House seeks to sanction ICC after warrants seeking for Israel's Netanyahu. This has come out 1 day ago. So what I understand from this is the ICC has issued a warrant for the arrest of Netanyahu, and the US is basically going to sanction the ICC because of that. It seems like that's the case. I don't know how much to read into this, but
I wouldn't doubt that it'll happen. So I know I looked a little bit into the sanctions. I just wasn't sure who made the exact statements. But I believe the current prevailing theory, and I say theory because we don't know if this is exactly what's going to happen or not, is that we are going to see a very specific charge that is being levied against the ICC members who voted for the charges to be levied against Netanyahu. And the United States seemed to suggest that there were people who were talking about applying a fine to these people for a non-disclosed sum of money, and also revoking their citizenship to the United States.
So this is towards Israel or whatever, I can imagine, right?
No, this would be towards the ICC members who tried to put the charges on Netanyahu.
Oh, well, can they do that? Can they attack personal actors within the ICC?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can. Not as an institution or as a system. They're attacking the people.
The individual.
Wow. Okay. That seems pretty fucked up. Not gonna lie. At first glance, that seems US equals bullies. Yeah, that seems pretty fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. But in the event that these were the guys who were like, were they hell-bent on it? Like, I would probably look into that more, as if, were they unjustly the ones proposing that warrant be put forward? Or no,
it's not unjust.
No, it's not unjust.
Absolutely not. I would say that, again, the International Criminal Court warned Israel multiple times about their indiscrepancy for civilian life.
Yeah.
They warned them about how they were not using proper civilian death mitigation tactics. They warned them about how their pilots were massively undertrained and they had horrible accuracy with their bombing campaigns. They warned them about how many people were being killed in terms of innocent civilians relative to that of Hamas militants or Hamas leaders, even by Israel's own statements. And they gave them, it seems, 2 or 3 major warnings before they finally said, all right, you're not listening. We're going to have to do something about it.
I mean, fair enough. But at the same time, yeah, I understand that wasn't really... Okay, it's obvious that there are charges being put against Israel for the actions that they took. The question that I would primarily have was, is there a majority of people within the ICC who are not ready to charge Israel or don't have substantial evidence to convict them? And is it just a minority of actors and they are just abusing maybe I don't know how the ICC works and if it's like how do you call it, like the United Nations, where they can essentially veto things. I don't know if it works like that, but if it does, my question would be, well, are they sanctioning those individuals because they're abusing their power within the ICC to like drag Israel to the court? Or is this through legitimate means? And the majority of people within the ICC think that this should happen, would be my question, I can imagine.
I can't really answer that because I don't think the ICC has made it public, and if somebody has this information, I'd be more than
Wait,
happy
have
to
they
read
not?
it.
Haven't they not
But
issued the warrant?
I don't know if they fully issued the warrant yet, but I know it's been threatened, if nothing else. And I don't know which ICC judges are the ones who are issuing it, and whether or not it was unanimously issued. That information I don't think has been made public. And if it has, again, I'm more than open to reading it, but I have not found anything on that yet.
So we know very little about this, it seems. BBC.
Yes.